Yeah, Rodney, what do you got?
Well, you know, coming into this moto, Brandon Hartranft obviously got the most consistent scores. We talked about inconsistencies and the possibility of that in Moto 1. And if you look at the 450B Limited Moto 1 scores, we see that from Moto 1 to Moto 2, there's a lot of differences. You know, you see there that Miguel Correala, DNF Moto 1, he comes back to get a third. Josh Guffey finished up 12th in Moto 1. He came back to get a second in Moto 2. 20th in Moto 1, Dustin Winter came back to get a 4th in Moto 2. 16th in Moto 1, Bradley Esper up to 5th there in Moto 2. So just to go to show you, you know, things were a little different there in Moto 1 and Moto 2, and now it's time to find the law of averages. The most consistent and strictest, I guess you could say, so far has been Hartranft's 1-1, and looks like he is in store for a national championship title. He's just got to go out and lay down another 20 minutes of racing and pull it all off here.
Well, there's a lot of notables down there, too, that didn't get the ride they were looking for. Rookie White, definitely from Westchester, California, with a 7-14 gate down. Now let's see what happens here. Can Hartranft keep?
Check. Hey, let me just interrupt up there in the tower real quick. Apparently, the first moto of this C-Class, we did not celebrate the Holeshot Award winner. Zach Mangum got the Holeshot in your first moto of this class. A little overdue, so hold the check up. Let's hear it for our first C-Class moto Holeshot winner, Zach Mangum, $100 some bell. And we'll let you thank some people who helped you pull that off.
I just want to thank Bell Helmets for giving me a helmet for Loretta's, and RB Lock and my family, Let's Ride, my Uncle Kevin and my Aunt Janet for getting me here, and the Glitzy Butterfly, and Factory Connection kept my tires on the ground and driving hard, and everybody back home, thank you.
All right, there we go. Job well done. Sorry that took an extra day. There it is. Zach Mangum gets the Holeshot. You can take a few pics, put that thing back on the stage, and we got to get calling on this next moto. Boys?
Congratulations out there for that Holeshot Award winner. But right now I want to congratulate Bradley Esper. Esper grabbing the Holeshot in a 450B Limited, rider number 27 aboard the Yamaha from Butler, PA. You know where that's all at.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I gave him credit yesterday for a 450A win, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That's all right, man. You know, it's the dog days of summer. It's hot out there. We all get delirious, or some of us stay delirious. Right now, we're going to watch these guys come through. We'll see if Hartranft, but look, even if that is Hartranft out front, there's a lot of jousting going on. 3 wide as they come down to that 180 now before they drop in front of the announce tower.
Well, it's an all let it all hang out type moto, I think, for nearly everyone. Everyone that did well in the first moto had some bad second motos, and everyone that had a bad first moto seemed to do well the second moto. So they're all letting it hang out and loose here at Loretta Lynn's in this third and final moto. And it's Nolan Hepner, the number 44, who's got the
Hartranft, Rodney, back in 8th. He's got some work to do, but there's Nolan Hepner out front, Esper, Hall, and Carrera.
Yeah, talk about letting it all hang out there. Hepner got 4th in moto number 1. He was one of those riders subject to a bad second moto when he got 29th. So he is letting it all hang out here with that ride up front here in the early part of moto number 3 now.
Keep an eye on Rookie White, rider number 24. Didn't have the finishes he wanted. He went 7 in moto 1, 14 in moto 2. Now up in 6th. Let's watch Rookie White put in some work.
Down through the 10 Commandments we go, exit the 10 Commandments, and roll into Storyland. And what a story Hepner's going to have to tell after this Amateur National Championship final has concluded. No matter how long he holds on to the lead, whether it's all the way to the checkers or just for a little longer, he's still got these great memories to live on here at the ranch in 2015. And the way he's riding right now, Wes Kane, I got to say, he seems to have things put together. And like we said, you know, it's an all-or-nothing moto for a lot of these guys, and they got to do what they can to score the best they can overall when it's all said and done.
Check this out, Rodney. Kai Mackay, rider number 83. He goes in here with a pretty decent score. No, Kai Mackay had a 2 and a 6.
Yeah.
2 and a 6. So right now, he is back there, back in 15. So he's got a little bit of work to do. But there's Rookie White making things happen. Esper coming through. But right now, the 44 of Nolan Hepner on point.
Get this, 450B Limited, 8th place right now is Brandon Hartranft. Hartranft 118 will still score the overall win. And the way things are sitting right now, he's got a 9-point cushion, a 9-place cushion to play with in there, at least for the moment. And Nathan Hall right now, or Jared Jennings is 5.95, is good enough for second. Nathan Hall's 10.7 and 3 would have been good enough for an overall third, but Esper checks in now with a 16.52, so he moves up into contention for the overall third. And man, we got ourselves a real battle. And look at that, Hartranft up from 8th now into the number 4 spot, so he is certainly not wanting to be denied this national championship title.
Hartranft right now turning a 2.01, actually fastest lap time of the field. Our leader right there, Nolan Hepner, turning a 2.03, Esper a 2.03. Rookie White moves up to third with a 2.02. Hartranft and Rookie White now probably going to freight train and work their way up into the mix.
Well, they're a second and a half from Esper together right now, so it's a three-way shootout, and here it goes for the number 1 spot now as Esper is putting the moves on Hebner out of the 10 Commandments into Storyland. We got ourselves a new leader. Bradley Esper goes to the front of the pack.
Great things happening out front, but we'll pick up some of these riders back in 7th and 8th. Winter, Lowe, and Joseph Tate, 7th, 8th, and 9th now, looking to make something happen as they work their machines into the top 10 and hopefully do good for that overall finish up there for our podium ceremonies.
Yes, no doubt about that. So things are certainly changing in this 450B limited class. Still a little early on in it as we're just now over the approaching the 5.5 minute mark. But these guys have still got a lot of time to do work in, and you see they're working on it right now. Look at that front three-way battle that is shaping up now, and looks like could be a 4-way shootout here pretty soon as Rookie White and Brandon Hartranft and Nolan Hepner, all these guys all going at it with Bradley Esper, and Esper's just trying to maintain. Oh, down.
Oh, rider down in a sweeper.
That is the 44 Hepner.
Hepner down. Man down. Springing to his feet. Look at him. Looks a little rattled. I mean, they were really flying around there.
They were.
And he just come to that, boom, that sudden stop. He laid it over. But look at this three-way battle right here.
Oh, we just seen the pass.
Look out, Rodney.
We just seen a pass being made and another pass being made. So we got Esper with the credit, but I think that maybe Hartranft might have just made the pass into the number 1 spot. We'll get a better look at that. Look at those numbers on those bikes now. But regardless, wow, what a great turn of events going on here as Esper, Hartranft, and Rookie White all taking advantage of the misfortunes there of the early lead of the 44 of Nolan Hepner, who gets back up and crosses the finish line in 19th place. Just be interesting to see that replay on that, how they were just coming into that turn and just basically that front end washed out. Through the 10 Commandments we go now.
Here's your leader now, Bradley Esper, Hartranft, Rookie White in third. Hartranft moves up to second on that one.
I believe that Hartranft has actually moved into the number 1 spot. Now, Esper got the credit for the lead when they came by the finish line stripe here and where they actually scored, but as they went past the finish line over that new jump and tunnel jump, I believe the Hartranft moved into the number 1 spot.
Yeah, well, that's when they disappeared behind that billboard. It's kind of hard of us to make it out. They'll come back around. We're watching our leader now as he goes through. Comes out of Storyland, and we'll pick him up right there. That looks like it is, could that be the number 24 bike?
No,
that wouldn't be Rookie White. It looks like that's Hartranft in front of the Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. We'll pick him up, though. It's Esper, Hartranft, White, Jennings, Winter, all in the top 5. And our leaders should be coming out from the Rocky Mountain. He's going to be jumping through the Kawasaki. There's your leader right there. We'll pick him up. Rodney, what do you see there wheeling through that? Is that the number 4 ride?
I see Brandon Hartranft right now.
That is Hartranft. Out front is Brandon Hartranft, and he don't, hey, solidify it. Go 1-1-1 and get the job done.
Yeah, no doubt. Get the broom out, boys. He's ready to sweep this one, but the thing about it is he is looking as though he is riding a victory race here. He is in a true comfort zone as far as this 450B limited class is concerned. Talk about being in a zone. He has virtually been untouchable. We have watched him through the first 2 motos, and the amount of confidence that he has been able to gain out there is why we are seeing him ride with such confidence and style here in this 3rd and final moto. moto right now. Rookie White back in the number 2 spot, only a second and a half off pace. And we all know that Rookie White has a few things that he would like to prove for himself. He comes into this moto with not near the scores that he had hoped for. He finished 7th in Moto 1. That was a bad moto score. He wanted more out of that. And then comes back and backs it up with a 14. So, you know, he was certainly aggravated. So let's just go out there and do what we can do best, and that's ride our bike. And he puts it up front this time, and he's showing, you know, why he's got the support he's got out there and why a lot of folks were looking to Rookie White to possibly be a contender for the national title here.
Right there, the way the national championship, if it finished now, Hartranft, Mackay, Jennings, Guffey, and Rookie White round out your top 5 in your championship run. On the track right now, it's Hartranft, White, Esper, 1, 2, and 3 for a podium, and then winners Jennings Hall. Back there, Mackay in 10th, but second would he finish right now in the championship.
Yeah, that's amazing. 2, 6, 10 scores enough for second place overall. Jennings 5.95 is good enough for third overall. Josh Guppy 12.27 would be fourth. Rookie White with 7.14.2 would be fifth overall. And right now, unless Rookie White moves ahead and gets around Hartranft, doesn't look like he's going to be able to gain any ground on anyone, and he needs to do that and have actually Kai Mukai and Jared Jennings fall up a couple of spots. So
well, the scores are so crazy here. The overall tally is 3 for Hartranft. Then it's 18, 19, 21, 23, 23. There'd be a tie there, 28. I mean, the scores are just so crazy.
Amazing.
Because of the first motos. Then these guys cleaned it up a little bit, but they're carrying those points. So a lot of things would happen for Rookie White would actually have to have, I don't know what, he's in second now.
He'd have to have a miracle.
So what would have to happen?
A miracle.
That's just about where you're at right now. He's second on the track. Even if he beat Hartranft, he still wouldn't have enough to move up from 5th. He would still be a 4th overall.
Exactly.
So,
that's how.
I mean, that's just what happens here.
And, you know, these are types of scores, you know, we talk about these, but how often have we seen them in the intermediate level of racing? Oftentimes it's the novice class we talk about whenever they've got scores like this that are moving up, or, you know, an off-the-wall class, not a B limited class like this where you've got all those key players that come out, and we normally have consistency from these riders that we're not seeing this week.
Yeah, that heat the first couple of days, it was just so hot. It just changed. I mean, it could have been a mud race.
Yeah.
It could have been different. Actually, it was just so hot that was the difference here. Mud, you got to be ready for everything when you come to Loretta Lynn's.
You do.
You know, I mean, I never thought last year we were wearing hoodies at night, but we did. You know,
yeah,
usually
no
it's 90 degrees at midnight.
Yeah, it's amazing. So just a very weird place as far as weather, but one thing is for certain, it always offers great memories, great experiences, and somehow or another it translates into and changing the race in some way, shape, or form. And I can tell you, Hartranft, hot, cold, muddy, whatever the case may be, this kid I don't think was set to be denied any whatsoever. He was destined to win this 450B limited class. At least it's looking like that's the case right now as we see him in the process of rolling toward a 3-moto sweep here. Still got a little more to go, so we can't necessarily hand him the title just yet. A few more laps to go to make this all a reality, but
well, Hartranft, probably
on
the way the score is, work in his favor. Like you said early on, he could give up 9 spots, 8 spots almost, and still win the championship.
Writing's on the wall. It looks like this one was destined to be his, so it's a matter of just rolling through these final victory laps for Brandon Hartranft at this point. Rookie White up to the number 2 spot. He's some 4.8 seconds back. Bradley Esper 5 seconds back behind him. Now Dustin Winter 2.7 seconds back of him in 4th. Jared Jennings, the 69 machine, checking in the number 5 spot now. Another 5 seconds behind Dustin Winter. Then it's Nathan Hall, Josh Guppy, Tyler Lowe, Kai Mukai still back in number, well, we don't know. We'll wait till he checks in for the 6th lap, but at the end of 5, he was back in 9th. Now he's moved up to 7th place, so Kai Mukai more solidifies that 2nd place position with a 2.67 now.
Yeah, 3 points for first, then it drops to 15, 19, 23, so it's just a gaggle of scores out there. These guys got some heavy points out there. I mean, right now, if it ended for Dustin Winter, he got a 20th in Moto 1. That's why it's important you don't give up. He got a 20th, then he gets a 4 and a 4, and that would give him 28 points, good enough for a 7th overall. Nothing to throw the towel in. Never give up out here, you know. Anything is possible.
It most certainly is, and I think that just years Loretta Lynn just proving it, probably more so than any in at least recent history.
You got a three-way tie for 10th for the overall in 10th, like Roland, Lowe, and Tate.
All with 37 points each.
I mean, it's just a heartbreak for those guys to have a tie, and somebody has to get 10th, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. But some bragging rights, if they did tie anyway, they can tell about it. But Hartranft trying to work through some lap traffic as this moto basically, I think everybody's got the same mindset when you look at things going on there. It looks like Tyler Rosa might be one of the only riders really putting forth challenge from back in 10th place. He is challenging the number 91 of Justin Boyd. He was 0.3 of a second behind, was running about a second and a half faster lap time. So we may see a new ninth place ride at the end of lap number 7 here. But other than that, I think things are going to remain pretty much the same. However, Rookie White still running consistently 2:02 lap times, but Hartranft has dropped off to almost a 2:04. So that gap closes up nearly a couple of seconds. Now we're down to just 3 seconds separating the first and second place positions. And White, if nothing else, I'm sure is looking for some bragging rights here. So he is digging deep with everything he has to try to make it happen. Like I said, it's a nothing to lose everything to game type moto for a lot of riders in this class.
Well, there's your leader right there. We can watch Hartranft now head in to Storyland. Hop, skipping, and jumping. He blitzes through the 10 Commandments. Headed back to Storyland, and what a story he is going to have to tell. 3 moto wins, a perfect score. Had to really put in some work in race number 3. Had to come back from an 8th place deficit.
Yeah, what a he handled that quite well in a couple of laps. Was right in position to make the pass and right into the number 1 spot, and pretty much checked out from that point on. We're talking about that battle back there with Tyler Rosa, who was 10th place. Well, he's gotten around a couple of people. We had to see some changes as now Tyler Rosa is now 8th, Sam Wise in 9th, and Trevor Hooton rounds out your top 10. One to keep an eye on, though, right now might be the 78 of Sam Wise. We've seen some glimpses of greatness out of that rider a couple of times this week, and we might see a flash of brilliance.
Sam Wise up on the podium.
Yeah, he was in 3rd in Moto 1, so he's got 3:10 right now, and actually he's looking at 4th overall with the ride that he's putting forth with a 3:10.9.
4th overall, top 5 in the B class tells you what. You're going to A class, mandatory next year.
And here comes Wise. I think that he's reeling in Rosa, so he'll challenge him, and I think he'll also challenge quite possibly Kai Mackay if he can make up that other 5 seconds. But we are running short on time here as we are approaching that 20-minute mark at nearly 16 and a half minutes right now.
Brandon Hartranft out front. Job well done out there, Hartranft. Just a few more laps to go. Rookie White, can't say enough about you. Doing a great job moving your machine. Top 5 for the overall, but definitely going to get a medal up there. You're good enough for that silver right now. Bradley Esper doing a great, fabulous job out there. A lot of good riders out there in this 450B Limited.
Nolan Hepner, the rider that grabbed the whole shot in this class, has dropped off to the number 17th place position after 7 laps of racing there. So some really great memories for that rider here from Moto number 3, as he'll carry a top 20, it looks like, in Moto 3, as well as snagging the whole shot.
Hartranft, White, Esper, Winter, and Jennings still solidly, very solid, and a great performance out there in.
Well, looking down at these scores again, Brandon Hartranft looking at the championship. Kai Mukai in 2nd. He's up to 6th place now, so he's looking at a 2.66. Hartranft's comfort zone is shrinking a little bit, but at the same time, and watching him ride, don't think he needs that comfort zone so much. Jared Jennings, 5.95. He's still set steady the entire moto, it appears, back there in that number 3 spot. Sam Wise, though, working up through the pack. Up to 7th, he'll move into 6th, and if he can get into 6th and then challenge Jennings, he might be able to better his overall on the week as well. So a lot to gain, not a lot to lose for these riders, and these final closing moments should probably prove that point, as a lot of riders going to let it hang out. We saw them letting them hang out there in the first part of the moto. Now they're digging deep here in the latter part of the moto. Down through that mogul field billboard region where these riders make their way around behind the billboard now by the mechanics area. Final few times through the, well, this is the Race Tech last lap through the Bell helmets for us, through the door, back door, and down the short chutes we go now toward the Comedic turn into the world famous 10 Commandments. Seen some passing going on there this year. It's not been as critical a place on the racetrack as we have noted it to be in years past, but has still offered up plenty of excitement and a lot of good setups for passes before the end of the lap. Hartranft, Rookie White, Bradley Esper are going to go gold, silver, and bronze in Moto 3. And Brandon Hartranft continues his celebratory last lap, the final moments in this 450B limited class at Loretta Lynn's.
Back to when I used to run this place, and the way we used to run things, a lot of people didn't like it. But they understand an eye for an eye, and they understand what it means when I say, woo, take it.
That a little sound bite from Brandon Hartranft, is that what?
That's right.
Wes King with the king of the sound bites, and getting the words, the last words before they head to the starting line.
Well, there he is. It's winding down. Lap number 9. Hartranft. There he is, Kevin. Hartranft wins this championship, sealed it with a 1-1-1, a perfect score for Hartranft. Donnie Luce and the boys, they're all happy down there.
The Blue Crew.
Oh, yeah. They're on it. They're
yeah, they
racking
are.
it up. There they are. They're already down there on the podium.
I had an opportunity to host the Blue Crew family dinner and activities, festivities there last evening, and I got to say, some 1,200 participants in last night's, up over 400 members of the Blue Crew family from last year alone here at Loretta Lynn's. I mean, it was evident whenever I looked out over that AMSOIL Arena last night. I was amazed at how many Blue Crew family members and team members there were here this year.
Wow, incredible. It's growing in numbers.
Oh,
Usually Yamaha, they had a very select few. It wasn't nothing like Team Green. They only had like 7 amateur riders that they would help. A vet rider, you know, couple of 85 guys, some schoolboy riders, B and A, and that was about it. Real tight, real small, and now the Blue Crew is just...
And it's proven. Look at this. The top 5 riders in this 450B limited class, take that back. The top 4, we got a Yamaha or Kawasaki rider that just checked in, but it's Hartranft, White, Esper, Dustin Winter, 1, 2, and 3 in the moto. So it's gold, silver, and bronze to Hartranft, White, and Esper. Dustin Winter on the Yamaha. Jared Jennings will finish up in 5th. He's riding a Cowie. 6th place on the Yamaha will be Kai Mukai. He will actually get 2nd overall as far as the championship is concerned. Jared Jennings, who is 5th in this moto, will get a 5.95 for 3rd overall. So congratulations to those guys. But it's gold, silver, and bronze here. Hartranft, White, Esper, and that's a wrap as far as the 450B limited class is concerned for Brandon Hartranft.
We're going to kick it down to Jason Wygant. You're down there with our winners. Crown our champion, pass out some medals, and let's talk about Bell helmets when you're down there as well. Down to you to the podium, Jason Wygant. Just stumbling up there, my friend.
Woo! All right, we got it. We're getting Bradley Esper on up here, and double score for Bradley Esper. Not just a bronze medal, but in addition, he is your Holeshot winner, courtesy of the folks at Bell Helmets, and also courtesy of himself, because he couldn't have gotten the Holeshot without doing it. So Bell only gave him the award. He had to do the hard work. So we've got a Holeshot award, but first the bronze and a $100 certificate from Bell. Let's hear it for the Yamaha man, Brad Esper. Woo! Take us through the moto. Started well, obviously.
Yeah, I got ripped a fat Holeshot and then just tried to stay up from there and ride my own race.
How tough is the track this late in the day?
It wasn't as rough as I thought, but it definitely was rough out there. But
never going to be smooth. Who you want to thank, Brad?
PR2, my mom and dad, Chris Durham at PR2, Kyle, Answer, Garnet, Yamaha, Rock River, Renthal, 100%, Cycle Trader, Dunlop, everybody else I forgot, thanks.
All right, let's hear it for Brad Esper taking third place and your Holeshot award. And looking for a second place, Rookie White, second place. It's down under the tent there somewhere. There he comes. They're listening. They're keeping us on our toes. And we'll keep our champion, Hartranft, close by as our Super Minis take off. Here is your runner-up with the silver medal, Rookie White. We'll go in front here. They want to see you. All right, Rookie, second place. How did that moto go?
You know, I got a bad start, got hung up in the gate. Worked my way as fast as I could through the first 3 corners to get up to the front. So, I don't know. I had a race a couple motos before this, so I was a little tired coming in, but it fatigued me, and I probably could have, you know, mounted a better charge, but, you know, that's the way it goes.
Absolutely. You're still solid in second. Who do you want to thank?
Definitely my mom and dad, you know. They support me through and through, you know, ups and downs and everything. It's just means a lot to me, and can't thank them enough. MX ATV, FMF, Yamaha, Monster Energy, 60, Trolley Design. Anyone else I forgot, or Dunlop, sorry. Anyone else, thank you. I really appreciate it. Couldn't be here without you guys.
There's Rookie White, second place. Thank you. And a lot of hardware for this man. A gold medal and a championship #1 plate. It's here for Brandon Hartranft. Yeah, geez, keep stacking them up. We got to go medal, goggle, hat, shield, and #1 plate. Dude, you look like you're pretty emotional over this. This is good.
Yeah, definitely.
What was it like digging down deep? I'm sure the last 6 months or year planning this. How hard were you working?
Been working since January with the whole SOB crew, working my butt off, getting ready for this, and hard work pays off.
Absolutely. Take us through the coming into the moto. Were you worried about it at all, or did you feel like you had it under control?
Honestly, it was the best I've ever felt all week coming into the moto, and I was pumped, I was ready, and I came out to win, so very happy.
All right. Who do you want to thank, Brandon?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Brewer Cycles, Olean, South of the Border, FMF, PR2, Brilliant Graphics, Ethica, 100% Gallows, Alias, Sunsliding School, Boysen, VP, Nielsen Mods, and everybody else we got. Thank you.
There it is. The number 40 is your national champion in the 450B, Brandon Hartranft.